yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Hess back.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Nefisto.
見つめないで悲しい方目をつむって口
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Return of the Mac, let's go.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool. Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Billy Ichiban, Billy Ichiban, Billy Ichiban.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Billy Ichiban, Billy Ichiban, Billy Ichiban, the goat is back.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
How? I just saw you dead asleep 10 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Nessa.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool. Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
1 year down. A lifetime left to go. Neth Blood God.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Less than 3.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Neth headers, Nefisto.
口づけして忘れさせて全て止まらないで揺れていたいの何も言わず口づけして空から落ちる
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Let's motherfucking go. Oh, oh, oh.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Return of the King.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Hey now.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool. Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
33 months. Hey now.
To you, yes, my love to you, yes, my love to you.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Let's go, Billy Ichiban.
So
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
I was never afraid before you showed up.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool. Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Let's go hey now, let's go hey now.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Finally got around to seeing Brothers. Thanks for the recommendation.
God
For the next
damn it, I'm
movie
so jet lagged.
Wow, that's very cool.
Jesus Christ.
Very cool.
Let's go jammies.
Anyway,
Oh yeah, wow, that's very
for my stream setup all the way to Japan,
cool.
Welcome back.
I issue you a very hearty hey now. Will Neff, a.k.a. Billy Nosh, a.k.a. Billy Ichiban. Thank you, Red. What a way to start the stream.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
The king of late night is back.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Gizmo Max gifted a tier 1 sub to Femeros.
Wow.
Given 29 gift subs in the channel.
God, it's good to be back, folks.
Cool.
But also, mentally, I'm still in Japan.
Cool.
It's good to be back. Also, it's horrible to be back. It's good to be back. Also, my life is in Japan now.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Hey now.
Oh, Nola with a giant gifted bomb. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much. Terran the Terran. No cap. Casket Kicker. You guys are juicing me up good and proper to start this one, huh? I got eye crusties. I was going to take a 20-minute nap before stream. I slept for 2 hours.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Terran the Terran gifted a tier 1 sub to Abnodity.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
The prodigal son has returned.
Thank you, everybody. We got a lot to recap.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very
We're going to be talking a lot about the trip.
Billy Ichiban emote.
Oh,
I'm excited for it.
cool.
Emily, thank you.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
God, this track goes crazy. Get used to this annoying feature also? What the fuck is that feature? You just get a highlighted message for $20? Well, that seems crazy.
Cool.
Hey now 7 months strong Neftogo Neffisto.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
What does it do?
Tier 1 sub to Jimmy. They have given 30 gift subs in the channel.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Welcome back from Japan.
Look it up.
You're back from the land of the great jumping
Schwinn,
marsupial.
Schwinn just threw one in too.
Kangaroo Jack on movie night. Smile.
It lasts for 10 minutes.
Cool.
Bill.
What the hell does it last for 10 minutes?
Oh yeah, wow, that's
Oh,
very
at the
cool.
top of the...
Welcome back.
Oh.
Oh yeah, wow,
Man.
that's very cool.
Let's keep it going, mate.
What the fuck? I was gone for 7 days.
Wow, that's very cool.
Billy EE.
I feel like everything's
Oh,
changed.
yeah, wow, that's very cool.
My God.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very
Stay
cool.
with me. I know it's
Oh yeah,
plastic
wow, that's very
love.
cool.
Billy Ichiban. Return of the King of Late Night.
Yes, indeed. Oh, fuck. It's a Sunday. The fuck? What day is it? Hi, everybody. I'm Will Neff. Thanks for joining me tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun talking about all the stuff I did in Japan. I'm a little jet lagged. I'm a little tired. It's Tuesday. I am aware. I am aware of that. Here's one of the edits that I was sent. I saw this earlier, but this made me laugh a lot. And Twitter video is broken. All right, tight. All right, that one was cool. That was called Rotating Circle. Straight up heat. Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Let my wife have your king, Billy Ichiban.
Let my wife have your kid. Yeah, the sword fighting was great. Okay.
Oh yeah, wow.
Dude,
cool.
the one that where I fought the guy who worked there was so
Oh, yeah,
funny because he
wow, that's
ran
very
out there
cool.
with the
The
camera
difference between Will Neff
to
and
snap
New York
photos of my
Jets is
dead body.
both can be on Hard Knocks, but only one can make it successful. Know who that is? Will Neff. Sub to Will Neff.
True,
Oh yeah, wow,
true,
that's
true.
very cool.
You motherfucker, I understand. I understand is an insane retort there. But it was so funny. I understand. So anime in its own way, despite being insane.
Oh yeah, wow, that's
Um,
very cool.
Billy Kachinoban, the Dad Slayer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
wow, that's
So
very cool.
Neffle.
God, where do I approach this from? Where do you start? I'll start with broad strokes, and I guess we'll narrow it down. So as I think you all know, I went to
oh, yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Remember you mentioned on Fear and you had some travel anxiety.
yeah.
Was it what you hoped it would be?
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
My
Yeah,
brother
I'll
advised, please get you some morning recovery and chug that tonight. You will feel brand new.
Oh,
yeah, I'm
wow,
just
that's very
jet lagged. I woke up
What's
at
now
5 a.m.
plus 10?
basically.
21?
Oh,
Did
yeah,
you gain
wow,
weight? I
that's
gained
very
like
cool.
7 pounds.
I don't know who's happier that Will is back. The arch villains or their dads.
Yeah, it's true. Let me start broad strokes, and we'll work back. Also, let's do we'll do Japanese appropriate music here. So we need. We need this, and then we need this.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very
Perfect.
cool.
Sending love to the legend Neffel.
So, as that one message noted, I have a lot of travel anxiety. I am a person who gets travel anxiety. I don't know why. It's just kind of built in.
Oh, yeah, wow,
Anytime
that's very cool.
Oh,
that I
Billy
start-
Ichiban left his mark in Tokyo like a Kurosawa film.
I did. Anytime I'm going to go somewhere, I don't know if this is just me, but I build it up in my head a lot. And then I'm like, oh, I don't think I'm traveling right. I don't think I'm doing the right things.
Oh yeah,
I
wow,
need this
that's
to
very
be
cool.
X, Y, and
3
Z.
months. Neffel, welcome back.
And
Oh yeah, wow.
Japan
that's
is a
very
place
cool.
that I
Welcome
felt
back, King.
like I was going to have such insane travel anxiety because it's one of the few places I've always wanted to go. So much of the stuff that I consume, enjoy, respect are in Japan. And so I was like, God, I got to make so much out of this trip and da-da-da-da-da. And thankfully, I had something that really limited my travel anxiety leading up
Oh
to the
yeah,
trip.
wow, that's very cool.
I had the Diablo 4 hardcore race to 100, where I basically destroyed my brain and my sleep cycle and everything about my life to get on a stupid statue. So I had almost no time to pack, plan, or think about Japan. I just kind of existed. And when I got over to Japan, you're just kind of shocked by how clean, efficient, and safe everything is. Obviously,
wow, that's
you
very
know,
cool.
there are...
Wasn't Molly? You didn't have Molly with you?
No, I didn't have Molly with you, but I will tell you guys a story that's pretty funny.
Oh yeah, wow.
Obviously,
that's
there
very
are bad
cool.
things about the country. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's just this flawless place that everybody needs to, relocate to.
Oh yeah, wow.
There's a
that's
lot of
very
sadness.
cool.
Welcome back, King. Hey now.
But as someone who,
Oh yeah, wow.
for a
that's very
while,
cool.
was kind of
Welcome back,
professionally and habitually sad,
Oh yeah, wow. that's very
it felt
cool.
strangely familiar that felt strangely comfortable for me. Kind of the air of sadness hovering around certain aspects of the life and culture were like, hey, I get that. What the hell? And so I fit right in, and I just kind of promised myself that I was gonna just go and do everything. Now, I did get anxiety at one point. I was supposed to do a Muscle Mommy stream, and I love the fucking Muscle Mommies, and I wish them all the best, and I want their stream to thrive. But for whatever reason, they wouldn't let us come in early, and they wouldn't let us rent out the bar. And so when we got there, it was packed.
Billy Ichiban.
And I don't know if everybody there was a Hassan fan, but it certainly felt like at least half of them were. So it was a really kind of strange vibe where like we couldn't even sit down.
That's for cool.
There weren't seats for us at the bar.
Present.
And there was like, oh, thank you. I did see your DM, and yes, we are going to Fred again. I love you.
Oh, yeah, wow, that's for cool.
So
I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream from the top of my lungs. What's
going on? Yes. So when we got into the Muscle Mommy bar, it was just absolutely packed, and we couldn't really function. And I got really stressed. And I was like, damn, I haven't been streaming much. I feel like a bad streamer. And then I had this epiphany. I am a bad streamer, and I don't really care. And I've still succeeded anyway. And I think people enjoy me, not because I am a traditionally good streamer, but rather because I'm a good entertainer, right? I'm not good with the tech. I kind of fucking hate IRL streams. So why am I trying to like put my round peg in a square hole? And then the next day, I was like, you know what? I got to reset my mental. I got to go make myself fucking will again and do the things that I want from Japan. And I spent the day wandering. I had no plan. I started with a landmark. I went to the zoo, and then I just kind of wandered from there. And I saw temples and museums, and I went to a street fair, and I wandered for hours and hours and hours.
Jason gifted it,
and it was everything I wanted from Japan. It was hauntingly beautiful. And I was the only gaijin in those areas of culture, which made me feel happy and proud of myself, but also a little sad that everybody else was just kind of pumping Harajuku shopping and didn't have any time to go wander aimlessly through a beautiful country. But it was awesome. But that was just one kind of event. I'll talk about the entirety of the trip and answer and field any of your specific questions. Now, someone asked, was I on Molly? No, but this is a really funny moment. When we first got to Japan,
wow, that's for cool.
day one,
Pog.
Marsh is going through his bag, and he opens up his fanny pack, and he's like, oh, shit. And I was like, what's going on? Did you lose your passport there, bud? And he's like, no, I accidentally smuggled acid into the country. And we were like, oh my God, you can get like 30 years in jail for that. We need to bail.
Oh, yeah, wow. That's cool.
So we immediately disposed. Well, we had to find a trash can first. They're very limited trash cans in Japan. So we searched for a trash can and then threw out a few
fan of yours, so
measly tabs of acid because we weren't ready to go to jail for 30 or so years or whatever.
Yeah, wow, that's
but
cool.
that was definitely
Nestle,
funny
Nestle,
when
Nestle, Nestle.
Marsh had this epiphany. Trash can? Yeah. My head. No, we really weren't in a mindset for that. Yeah, but that was day one. Did you get to experience any cool trains? No. I made peace with the fact that I wasn't gonna leave Tokyo. Obviously, there will be subsequent Japan trips now at this point, but I basically, it was like, hey, this is going to be a Japan trip. I'm not going to worry about scheduling something elsewhere. We kind of planned this last second by the seat of our pants anyway. I really wanted to get to Kyoto. We want to go back in the winter. Perhaps that will be that. But what else did we do? What else do you guys want to talk about? Obviously, a lot of you have seen the streams at this point. We did a lot of fun stuff in Japan that was great content. Should definitely hit up Osaka, Sapporo next time. Yes. I heard you talk about sailing in Michigan. Would you mind saying where in the state? Lake Michigan? I don't know if that's a good landmark for you, but... Oh, yeah, here's the sumo stream. Guys, the sumo stream was fucking incredible.
Oh, yeah, wow, that's
Val,
so
thank you
cool.
so much.
Love you, Will.
Sumo stream was fucking incredible. And I looked pretty fucking huge there, which was cool. But apparently this guy was like the number 4 sumo at one point, and he just tossed my ass. I was trying to turn him. I was trying to pick him up. Nothing was happening. Just trying to drive, and then he just flicks his hips,
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
and I'm gone.
Sumo Sasu.
Can you guys talk about when you went out at night? Yeah, for sure. So you didn't get to see a lot of that. The best night that we went
Oh, yeah,
out, though,
wow, that's very cool.
for sure,
Welcome
was
home, Ethel.
hey, good to be home. I connected with
Oh, yeah,
Rhyme,
wow, that's very cool.
and I don't know if you
Welcome
guys
back, Billy Ichiban.
remember Rhyme, but Rhyme is a really, really fun artist who works out of Japan. She's an Australian-born Japanese artist. I'll pull up something of hers. You might have heard this song. Hold on. Here's one of her songs with 88 Rising and Shinichi
Oh, yeah,
Osawa.
wow, that's very cool.
Yo.
Anyway, I'm a big fan of hers, and we've kind of remained pen pals. After I I forced Hassan to watch one of her music videos on stream, and she really appreciated that. So we've remained internet friends, and she was excited that I was headed over and Hassan was headed over. So she was performing with Shinichi. Shinichi is a
stud.
fucking legend.
Ballsy. I don't take
And,
shit from anyone.
Thank you for the fun stream.
Yes.
I'm glad you're back. It's been almost 6 months watching you. I found you through Has and now only you. Your community is so kind and welcoming, and through
Thank
that,
you.
someone I truly care about.
Yeah,
Thank you.
We're
Will.
pretty
Next.
fun. We're pretty cool. Thank you. But she took us out with her friend Cherry to a private sake bar, and we proceeded to get absolutely fucking trashed.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a big old drinking culture in Japan, and we certainly took advantage of that. We were drinking quite a bit, so we got really hammered with Marsh in this private sake bar, and then we went to a 3-story club where Shinichi was performing, and we were in like the middle of this like arena type thing. It was like a circle. I don't know. It was strange. And it was just wild. It was insane. And we proceeded to drink a lot more. And then we went to One Oak after that, which was a trip, because I used to go to the One Oaks in the United States that now I think are closed. One Oak, New York, and One Oak, Los Angeles are both closed. And we proceeded to get fucked up there as well. That night was insane. Was one of my favorite nights. You feel so safe getting absolutely schlammered in Japan, and I did. And I had a night ritual to get back into shape to go stream again, which was I would drink a Pocari Zero, or a Pocari Sweat. Sorry, not Strong Zero, Pocari Sweat. I would drink a giant gallon of water. I would eat a tamago sandwich. I would have a rice ball, and I'd have guacamole Doritos. Oh, Yuta's here. Were you able to get the curry shop on the last day? I was. We finally got to go to this curry place that was insane. Japanese curry is so good. By the way, big shout out to Yuta. Without him, so little would have happened in Japan. And and appreciate him because we put him through
Oh
the
yeah,
ringer.
wow, that's very
Obviously,
cool.
we're not the most planned men, and we also kind of just are hard to work with. So Yuta was an absolute savior for us, or as Marat would say, Utah, without even trying. Hey, Utah! I thought that was so fucking funny, where Marat would call him Utah every time. Bum, bum.
Oh, yeah,
Needlepoint
wow, that's very
220. Thank you for the prime. How good were the jiggly pancakes? The jiggly pancakes were very good. Have you met Pete? Talk about Peter? Peter was amazing. Sexier Will Neff,
Oh yeah, wow.
as some
that's very
people
cool.
My man.
call him. Yeah, Peter was a pleasure to meet. That entire crew over there, Connor, Rob CD, Peter, were just so welcoming. We went out to dinner with them and got trashed. Most of the stories in Japan
oh, yeah, wow,
end with
that's
us
very cool.
getting
Unfazetta NK
trashed.
gifted a tier 1 sub to Turtle Dot. They've
Premiere
given
2.
3
Yeah,
subs in the
exactly.
channel.
Did you go to an onsen? We did not
Oh,
go
yeah,
to an
wow,
onsen.
that's very cool.
Thiely Jason gifted a tier 1 sub to Skirthole. They have given 2 gift subs
Thank
in
you
the
for all these
channel.
gifted subs, guys. Love the new episode of Fear End. It was one of the best. Well, dude, I thought the funniest part of the new episode of Fear End is like we were sitting there and, we're
Oh, yeah, wow,
talking and
that's
blah,
very
blah, blah.
cool.
And, Kaho is so open about her career in Jav. And, she speaks out against it now in retrospect, but she's very open about it. And, she's not like bashful about talking about it at all. And at one point, like one guy mentions that he hadn't seen her videos. And then every other guy in the room is like, oh yeah, I've never even heard of Jav, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you fucking liars. You fucking frauds. So I had to come out and be like, yeah, of course. I've seen your work. Yes. I've seen Kaho Shibuya porn. What are we fucking joking? Are we kidding? We're all gonna lie to this woman's
Oh,
face.
yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Everybody's like,
Son.
what is so it's pornography made in Japan. I don't understand. People weird will? No, it's people normal will. Okay? Shut the fuck up. It's people normal as hell. It's like they're all like, yeah, we've never seen Jav, and then we're immediately
wow,
like, yeah,
that's
we
very
got to
cool.
get rid of
I
the
am a child of God,
pixelation.
that is Jav.
We got to get rid of the pixelation. It's like, oh, so you maybe have seen Jav.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
You maybe
Welcome back,
have
Matt.
seen Jav. So you know about the pixelation. That's interesting. That's wild. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Your streams got
Well-
me so excited for my
well,
upcoming trip to
I
help
don't-
you in Tokyo Nafla.
That's crazy. Listen, it's fine. I just think people got a little bashful. I think people got a little bashful. She's in the room. You don't want to admit. You might have choked your meat at one point to her. I get that. Because she's so, like, respectful and nice. And just a welcoming, genuine human being. You don't want to be like, yeah, I've watched. What's up, Colin? Dude, I didn't get to hang out with Colin. I wanted to hang out with Colin. We were supposed to go to VCT, and on the day of, Hassan just kind of decided midway through the day we weren't going to VCT. So I didn't get to hang out with my man Colin, but we did do that samurai video on the day that we were supposed to go to VCT, so it was an interesting trade-off. How many Fubuki figures did you get to see? What is Fubuki? By the way, I want to tell you something. Oh, Fubuki is that character. I was about to say this. Bro, I looked all over Japan for One Piece figures for you. And I could not find any
yeah, wow,
wig.
that's very cool.
Wig.
How is Austin's Final Fortune
I
been
shit
playing
you
out?
not. I went in. You can ask them. I went to Akihabara, the 7 level like collector store. And they just stood on the, like Marsh and them stood on the floor and drank. And I went up every single level looking in this weeb labyrinth for One Piece figures. And I could not find her. I could not find her. There were no One Punch Man figures. I tried so hard for you, Wig. I went into every store and I'd be like, yo, I gotta find the dummy thick chick from One Piece, or God, I keep saying One Piece, from One Punch Man for Wig. By the way, I'm sorry I'm exposing you in front of my chat. Wig's sole request was for a naughty figurine from One Punch. And I couldn't find it. I went on a quest. So I might just order you one online and pretend I got it in Japan. Let me see if I can find one right now. Oh, shit. All right, this one is pretty good. Let me see if I can find one that's extra fucking naughty.
I'm a stud. I'm balls.
Oh.
I don't take no shit.
Fuck this man.
Her
but
face
also
isn't
fuck
good in this one.
man.
It's $1,000. This one isn't very good. What's this one? This one looks slutty. Let me see what this one is. It's not coming up.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
This seems to be the one that... Oh... Yeah, this seems to be the one that people are collecting. Let me see. God, all the thumbnails are so small. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Is her pussy out? No, she's got underpants on. She got underpants on? She's got underpants on, I think. Jesus Christ. I might be risking it all. Oh, boy. Wow. All right, how about this one? Wig. I mean, that's pretty good. That's one of them. And then the other one is this one. This one looks pretty thoughty. Hey, I get it, man. I got my own collectibles, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Looking to expand your cum jar collection, I see.
Jesus Christ. Oh
yeah, wow,
thank you for
that's very
understanding.
cool.
Nefil Nefisto.
They're just a great aesthetic, okay? Favorite meal from Japan? I think Hassan and I are in league with this one. There was a curry place that I found. It was just like, you didn't even need a knife or fork. You just eat it with a spoon, and it was fucking incredible. It was so good. What stuff did you bring back? I mean, I got a few of my own little figures here.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Will.
I also
you need
just
to find
bought...
him a fig that fits in a jar.
It's not a cum jar. I also bought a lot of really good clothing. I got a lot of really good clothing. I bought a suit over there that goes absolutely nuts. And then I also made... Listen, I ended up having to pay for like just about half of the samurai experience because it was cash only and they didn't have cash. And that was really expensive. And I made a lot of content for Hassan, so I basically turned around and I was like, all right, you're buying me a ridiculous gift. I looked him square in the eyes and I was like, you're buying me a stupid, like a bashfully expensive gift. Okay. Now, granted, most of the cost was what I put into that samurai stream. Oh, Nicewig. Not Nicewig. Who linked this? Oh, No Rain. These are really cool. Oh, these are really cool.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very
Damn,
cool.
I really want those. Those are really cool Cowboy Bebop figures. Hang on 1 second. Oh shit, someone's knocking at my door. Hold on. Damn, that Amazon Prime delivery time is getting fucking crazy, dude. That Amazon Prime delivery time is getting nuts, dude. Man comes in my chat and thinks I don't have all the Cowboy Bebop figures. You must be crazy. You must be nuts. Yeah, dude. Twitch is pushing you to Amazon. Jake and Bake live. Oh, God. Is this me singing karaoke? Bro, okay, I'm going to be real with you. When I got to karaoke,
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
wow, that's very cool.
blasted already, and I was like late, so I felt like I had to catch up. I did 3 songs, and I kind of laid it out.
Woo! Billy Ichiban!
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Wow. Wow. What a performance from Billy Ichiban. Yo, Curtis on the drums was the fucking man, bro. I hadn't gotten to hang out with Curtis at all, really. That dude fucking rules. My favorite thing about him, he's Canadian as fuck. And he's got drunk home syndrome. Where like when I get really drunk, I'll progressively sound more and more like a New Yorker. He's got that from Canada. And so at the beginning of the night, he's like, hey, what's up, man? I'm Curtis.
Welcome
Nice to meet you.
by Billy Ichiban.
And by like drink 13, he was like, oh, hell yeah, boys. I'm completely fucking dickered over here. Oh, fuck yeah, boys. And I was like, sorry, boys. And I was just like, oh, dude, this guy fucking rules. Oh, good, just give her shit and fucking pin her. Fuck yeah, bud. Dude, drunk home syndrome is the best. When your friend has an accent that they're just desperately trying to hide and they just get drunk and don't give a shit anymore.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Pam13 gifted a tier 1 sub to Space Cadet Gaiatis. They have given 11 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you guys for all these gifteds.
Today I'm teaching you the deadliest self-defense move known to
The deadliest self-defense move known to man? Oh my God. What is this?
man. However, this move is only for life or death situations and not to be messed with. This move was created by Yeltsin in 1987. However, it was immediately banned from all karate competitions due to its violent nature.
Oh.
So once again, I urge you to use caution. Step 1 is to make a fist, ensuring that your thumb is on the outside of your fingers. If it is on the inside, it can break your thumb during impact. Do this with both hands. You now want to place your fists halfway between your chest and your hip. Once you're at this point, move them slowly from side to side, and eventually the momentum will end up with you.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Son of a
Lesson 3.
bitch. Son of a bitch. Adam X. I thought I knew that was going to be a debate. I thought it was either going to be that or he was going to shit himself, which would have been incredible. Billy Ichiban. So, you know what's really funny? And I find this hilarious. Is when we went to the samurai school, I asked them, you know, everybody, they cast you as the hero. And you get in a fight with their swords masters, and one of their sword masters loses to you. And we had 3 of our people go.
Oh yeah, wow,
And
that's very cool.
Neff.
when we got to me, I basically said, hey, I got a question. Can I be the guy who loses? And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, I want to be the bad guy who gets killed. And they were like, in the 5 years we've been doing this, we have never had anyone request to be the guy who loses and dies. And I was like, oh,
cool.
and I did it, and they were juiced. They were like, that was so funny. You did so well. You died so well. Which, I mean, I don't know if you know anything about Japanese culture, but that was a very high compliment. Yeah, we need this. We definitely need this as an emote on 7 TV. I don't know how to turn this shit on, but we got to turn that motherfucker on. Absolute flames. Kenny Omega is an absolute machine. Kenny Omega is an absolute machine. You know, a good friend of mine too. But yeah, Airsoft was crazy. Kenny Omega, a good personal friend of mine. Let's take a look at what Kenny's doing over here.
Oh, no! Jesus!
Oh my God.
Stormbreaker again! Stormbreaker! Oh, no!
Oh, he came down so hard. Oh, that is a botched move right there. Oof. Have you seen the Grimace meme? I have seen the Grimace meme. And I love the Grimace meme.
Celebrate Grimace's birthday. We got some shakes. This one's for you, Grimace. Happy birthday, Grimace!
Alone at the edge of a universe, humming a tune. For merely dreaming we were snow.
So I talked to my friend who makes horror films for a living. He's like an amazing director. And I was like, I want to make a Grimace short horror. And he's like, let's do it. So if I get some time this weekend, I might just bang that out. No fucking promises there. I want to make one. But these next 2 days, I'm going to have to do an early stream tomorrow.
Baby William is doing really well and has loved the Japan streams.
Oh, Baby William, my namesake. The penis sword stance, dude. What's I going to say? You got to get inspiration from the stuff. Yeah, that's a great movie. How's the ear cleaning? I mean, for me, it was nothing because I keep my ears clean. I told them I clean my ears every single day after I shower. And I was like, there's going to be nothing in my ears. And the other guys were like, yeah, whatever, dude. Yeah. There was nothing in my ears. The guy was like, these are some of the cleanest ears I've ever seen in my life.
次切ります。1、2、3、4、5、どうぞ。
Dude, the Segoy face.
Oh! Are you gonna like touch it so it falls?
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Look at this.
Cumberland Gap Deathloaf again.
He is like good shit. My man, you'd have fucking smashed it, dude. An absolute legendary swing.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Someone made an AI cover of you doing Bo Burnham. Is there enough of my voice on the internet to
have a look around?
Ooh, I like my suit in blue.
Anything that brain of yours can think of can be found. We've got mountains of content, some better, some worse. If none of it's of interest to you, you'd be the first.
Welcome to the internet, come and take a seat. Would you like to see the news or any famous women's feet? There's no need. Wait, what? Mine's so good? What the fuck? To panic, this isn't a test. Just nod or shake your head and we'll do the rest.
Welcome to the internet. What would you prefer? Would you like to fight for civil rights or tweet a racial slur? Be happy, be horny, be bursting with rage. We got a million different ways to engage.
Welcome to the internet. Put your cares aside. Here's a tip for straining pasta. Here's a 9-year-old who died. We got movies and doctors and fantasy sports and a bunch of colored pencil drawings of all the different characters in Harry Potter fucking each each other. Welcome to the internet.
Hold on to your socks, cause a random guy just kindly sent you photos of his cock. They are grainy and off-putting, he just sent you more. Don't act surprised, you know you like it, you whore. My headed, get offended, see a shrink. Show us pictures of your children, tell us every thought you think. Start a rumor, buy a broomer, send...
You know, this is interesting to hear Austin, because if you've ever heard him say the F slur online, it was probably AI, because I've never heard him say it, not once. He's never said it in his life.
Separate to a boomer or DM a girl and groomer to a zoomer. Find a tumor in your... Here's a healthy breakfast option.
You should tell your mom.
Here's why women never fuck you. Here's how you can build a bomb.
Which Power Ranger are you? Take a smirky quiz.
Obama sent the immigrants to vaccinate your kids. Could I interest you in everything all of the time? A little bit of everything all of the time. Apathy's a tragedy and boredom is a crime. Anything and everything all of the time. Could I interest you in everything all of the time? A little bit of everything all of the time. Apathy's a tragedy and boredom is a crime. Anything and everything all of the time.
Oh, Neff Samurai? That's a good one. We might need that.
Belong.
You, insatiable you. Mom may let you use her iPad. You were barely 2, and it did all the things we New Jersey stream when? You guys want an IRL Jersey stream? Look at you. Just me on the turnpike? Look at you. You.
Unstoppable, watchable.
Wait, why is everybody so pumped about a New Jersey stream? Billy goes home.
And if we stick...
What the heck is this? It's an AI version of us singing Welcome to the Internet.
It was
you just stuck in traffic? That's great.
To put the world in your head.
That was so eerie. Did AI just emulate Hassan and my laughs? Oh, that was too close.
You and everything all of the time. A bit of everything all of the time.
Apathy's a tragedy and boredom is a crime.
Anything and everything.
Do a tailgate stream for the New York Jets? That would be really funny.
Time, a little bit of everything all of the time. Apathy's a tragedy and boredom.
Dude, I have to talk about one piece of Jets news that is like insane. And I know, like, some people like boo sports, some people like boo football, whatever. The Jets are now the first team in history that are being forced by the NFL to do HBO's Hard Knocks show, which is crazy, which is absolutely crazy. So if you don't know what Hard Knocks is, every year HBO follows a team that they think is going to have like a really good storyline in the offseason.
That's very cool.
Right? And the Jets haven't done it for, like 7 years, maybe more, since like Rex Ryan was there. And famously,
that's very cool.
It was probably one of the best seasons of Hard Knocks ever, because Rex Ryan was the coach at the time, and he's a foot fetishist, and he's totally unhinged. And it had some of the best quotes of all time, including this one. We got to do it.
Oh yeah, wow, that's
this
very cool.
This is unedited. This is not AI. This is a rant that he went on.
Let's make sure we play like the New York Jets and not some slap team. That's what I want to see tomorrow. Do we?
Okay, so this is edited, but in case you don't know, he keeps talking about slap dick football, which is not a terminology. I have never heard something referred to as slap dick football. But at the end of this rant, he corks it with one of the most iconic quotes ever.
Damn snack.
I'm just gonna launch one.
He goes,
Let's go to eat. That's what I want to see tomorrow. Do we understand what the I want to see tomorrow? Let's go to eat a damn snack.
let's go eat a goddamn snack. Mwah, perfect. Anyway, the Robert Saleh regime is very different than the Rex Ryan coaching regime. And when there were rumors that the Jets would be nominated as the Hard Knocks team this offseason, they immediately came out, Woody Johnson and Robert Saleh, and said, we do not want to be the Hard Knocks team. We don't want it. Thank you. We're passing. It's not our thing. To which HBO and the NFL turned around and were like, no, you are the Hard Knocks team. We are pulling our contractual obligation that you have to be the Hard Knocks team. So even though they publicly came out and said, we never want to do Hard Knocks, we would never do this, the NFL is forcing the Jets to do Hard Knocks, which is fucking insane, which is fucking nuts, dude. So, yeah, that'll be really interesting, and I'll be doing reaction content to that when it comes out. So it'll be amazing, I suppose. Why don't they want it? It's a massive distraction. For a team that desperately wants to make the playoffs and potentially go deep in the playoffs, it is a huge distraction. Obviously, listen, I said this months ago, and everyone was like, Will's crazy. Will's crazy. The most interesting team in the NFL right now is the New York Jets. I don't know what their record's going to be. Shit, I don't even know if they'll be good. But if you're looking for drama and intrigue, the Jets have it this season. Like, everybody was talking about the Jets because of the Aaron Rodgers shit, because of the rookie stuff. Like, they are a very focused on, talked about team. So we'll see.
Oh, yeah, wow. That's very cool.
Horse of Fit 87. Thank you so much. Lions, man. I mean, the Lions are going to be very good, but if you think the Lions have been as talked about this offseason as the Jets, you're delusional.
Take no shit from anyone.
Bar J Live, thank you. I think the Lions could be a sleeper Super Bowl contender, though.
Would be a cool way to reminisce about your time there and dope for us.
Oh, yeah, wow.
What is that? What did that person suggest I do to reminisce about my time in Japan? I missed the first part. Please tell me. A Spotify playlist? Oh yeah. I could do that. I'll probably have it for the podcast. By the way, the podcast, it's really hate to break the immersion. Not that Kenny spot, but it wasn't as bad. No, I'm not delayed. I just had to remember when I saw this clip. All right, we'll watch Kenny take a bad.
Oh my God!
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Billy the Kid
That's the same sequence. He just kicks out. That doesn't mean that it was a bad bump that he took. He's just such a pro. He still kicked out. Did you meet Mondo Grosso? I did. Okay, so for the pod, it's really funny. Cutie was like, everybody's got to buy gifts. For me, I am positive that I'm the only person who bought gifts. Positive. I am 100% positive. Austin and Hassan did not buy gifts. So Hassan did. That might be a re-gifter. That might be a re-gifter. Actually, I'm 100% that's a re-gifter. And I'll tell you why. Because when we were in the airport, he was walking around saying, I still got to buy a gift for Cutie. So unless he bought a gift at the airport that I just wasn't aware of, he bought snacks for Cutie. Oh, okay. So he's going to give her the Kit Kats that he bought to do a Kit Kat stream that we didn't do.
Oh, yeah, wow. That's very cool.
Anyway, again, I'll reiterate this. I'm the only person who bought gifts. And I'll leak it, but hopefully you guys aren't complete fucking dogs and don't go and clip this out and send it everywhere because I think it's funny. I bought kikarumis for us. I don't know if you know what a kikarumi is, but it's like a pair of like oversized pajamas that I'm gonna basically have during the podcast. If you've ever seen them, they're very weeb pajamas, and I specifically picked. I specifically picked animals for every one of us that I thought like matched our demeanor.
Oh yeah, wow. That's
And
very cool.
three
Seen footage
of the
Billy Ichiban
pajamas
Jet.
are very cute, except for Austin's, which is a blobfish. And I think it's so goddamn funny that I was able to locate a blobfish kikarumi for Austin's show. And it's just going to be such a good bit. That is, if you guys don't ruin it. But I'm super jazzed about that. So yeah, that'll be a fun fear end when we get back. Yeah, I'm gonna be filming something that I know a lot of you will be excited about it. I'm excited about it. Something's coming back. Anyone know the song? Yes, this is Mondo Grosso, the group I hung out with, Shinichi Osawa, his song Labyrinth, and this is called the Thousand Tears orchestral instrumental version of it. Unseen footage of Billy Ichiban in Japan. Well,
Hot damn.
I didn't know that this leaked, but let's take a look. Yeah, you know, sometimes you gotta fight the Super Sentai. You know, it just happens. It sneaks up on you. You said something happened in the restroom at One Oak, but never told the story. Something happened in the restroom at One Oak? Oh, with Marat. Oh. Yeah. So, a few of our friends of the fairer sex, women, as some like to call them, who we were on the trip with, they when we were out one night, they made out in the bathroom of one of the nightclubs. And they came out and they were like, tee hee. We had, we kissed in the bathroom. And they told this to Marat. And while they were waiting for Marat to come out of the bathroom, because he used the bathroom after them, Marat came out and he was like, hey, I used the bathroom successfully and no one tried to kiss me. And at that moment, I walked up with zero context whatsoever. Zero context whatsoever. And I heard Marat say no one tried to kiss him. And Cherry turned to me and was like, Will, you've got to kiss Marat. No one tried to kiss him. I had zero context. However, I had been drinking sake for the last 3 hours. And so in my mind, I was like, hey, my buddy didn't get kissed in the bathroom. Well, that's a tragedy. I don't know why he expected that, but I'll kiss him. So I just immediately kissed him. Like zero hesitation. I kissed him. And Marat was like, what the fuck? And I was like, is that not what you wanted? I missed the context. I'm sorry. I missed the context. So yeah, Marat and I did a little boy love. Marsh and I did boy love at Club Warp too.
Cool.
Some of the girls did girl love, and so we decided to grab a pokey and do boy love. Listen, you guys don't understand. It's not gay. In Japan, it's a cultural thing, okay? Boy love-oo. It's just boy love-oo, okay? You just do a little boy love. Dude, the fucking host club in Japan that we filmed was so goddamn funny. The boy love was so incredible. It was riveting. It was like watching a Japanese soap opera. Austin did not vibe that stream though. Holy shit. Austin fucking hated the Boy Love Club. Oh my God. I think Austin, like in his mind, had like kind of silently built up that it would actually be like hot. And there would be like hot twinks running around. And that they would like fall in love with him. And then it was just like such a meme. That's our fault. We set him up for failure. We're bad friends. New roll for sandwich? Oh, hell yeah.
D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today I'm going to be using these space dice that I bought for myself.
Space dice.
Let's get things started with our roll for bread.
Damn, it's cold as
3
fucking
wheat
here.
bread.
All right, I got to take 30 seconds and grab a blanket. I'm fucking chilly.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Kisame.
All right, I got the blankie. You guys coming again? There they go, coming again.
Another day, another snippet of off-the-cuff bread banter. You all just lost the game. All right, let's roll for Maine. 12, butter the bread and re-roll.
Hey, yo!
Great, more bread vamping. Butter. Yeah, butter.
Damn. That was some good improv right there.
Yep. All right, let's roll for Maine.
It's so hot outside. How are you cold? I'm not going to lie. Japan was scorching. So LA just feels cold by comparison.
7, chicken. I have this spicy buffalo deli chicken today.
Also, I just woke up.
Always
Sometimes when I wake up, I'm just a little
Not a
chilly.
bad start, though. I can dig it.
Okay.
Let's hope our luck holds. Next up, let's roll for cheese. 6, espresso lavender cheese.
What?
All right, I've got a little bit more of this espresso lavender cheddar that I used
Espresso
on the sandwich
lavender.
on Wednesday. It's nice that we're getting it without any other cheeses today to see how the flavor
Sounds
comes through.
good,
It
but
got a little lost in the sauce, pun intended.
I would
on
never
Wednesday.
think to
The
pair those
Jersey
flavors.
coffee element should go pretty well with the spice from the buffalo. So I'm interested to see how this one develops. All right, next up, let's roll roughage. 1 mushy peas and 11 none. Mushy peas is a side dish from the UK that is commonly eaten alongside fish and chips. It's made from mature marrow fat peas, which are thick
Oh yeah,
and starchy.
wow, that's very
It has a
cool.
and tastes very similar to split pea soup. I did find out later that it's usually eaten warm, but I went straight from the can here.
No,
like
bro, you
guacamole.
can't go straight from the can. He is such a fucking degenerate. I can't even fathom what a degenerate this man is. I love him. He's an angel, but God.
I wish it was guacamole, but maybe it'll be good. It's possible. Come on down, it's chaos time. 8, dill. Or maybe it's a completely normal herb time. Guess we got enough chaos with the peas. All right, and last but not least, it's the D20 sauce roll. Here we go.
D20 sauce.
13, Ranch King Ranch. Hey, it's fun to have final.
Ranch on mushy peas is the final circle of hell. Beelzebub waits in the 7th circle with his massive wings freezing the fires of hell. With fucking Brutus and the other famous traitors twisting in agony. And next to them is mushy peas and ranch.
We rolled this. This ranch comes from the TikTok ranch guy, John Harris, aka And if you want to snag some, head over to his profile. He puts ranch on everything. So Let's get our sandwich closed up here. Get our toothpicks in to hold it together.
You're exaggerating? Send me a video of you eating mushy peas and ranch in a bowl right now. Do it. Do it. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see the big smile on your face as you barrel through some mushy peas and ranch.
Let's go ahead and get our sandwich cut in half.
And yes, I'm exaggerating. I make content, man. No, I don't think that the ultimate torture in hell is mushy peas and ranch. Can you imagine like the Cenobites from Hellraiser are like,
oh, we have such sights to show you. Here we have the skin flaying rack. Oh, and here we have the nipple chains. And over here we have mushy peas and ranch. Demons to some, angels to others.
Oh yeah,
now let's take a look at that
that's for
cross
cooler.
section.
Almost 2 years,
I mean, I can't say
Jesus
it doesn't
Christ.
look good. I'm very tickled that we got mushy
almost 2 years.
cheddar
That's
and buttered
crazy.
bread, which are all very British, with ranch and buffalo sauce, which are very American. Let's give it a taste. While the pea flavor doesn't come through very much, the ranch kind of covers over that, making it just kind of a creamy combination of sauces.
Oh, God. I'm pretty sure creamy combination is a category on Pornhub that I avoid like the plague.
And it cuts the heat from the buffalo chicken. I wouldn't rush out to make this again, but I'm not choking it down. I think for this one, I'm going to go with a straight 7, and I'm going to call it Goodnight Mush.
Goodnight mush. He finishes every sandwich. Someone says checking. Oh, a nice creamy combination video. Austin was posting in Hoscore during the date. Hassan is going to hell for this. I mean, oh, jeez. He hated it so much. You know, he was... I bet if we had done that on like the last day, he would have had more fun with it. But because it was like one of the first things we do, I think he was just so overwhelmed. Oh, you guys saw our new secret handshake. Yeah, we've been working on this for a long time.
Good. No. This was good. This was good. This was a good stream.
Is the stream still going?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing on the ass slap. So funny. Boy love?
Right. And not in this one.
Not in this one.
No.
Oh, here's our
I've
scene.
known you since we were so small.
Dude, Japan got pretty gay. I'm not gonna, you know, it is Pride Month, I think. It's Pride Month, right?
Even then, I knew we would grow to love one another. I remember the first time we kissed. It felt so natural.
Dude, I love how the boy love pros over there were like, oh, this is getting good.
Is that a pokey stick in your pocket, or are you happy to see me?
Like we used to eat when we were kids.
Oh yeah, wow. That's for a cooler.
That's some thick boy love right there. That's more boy love than they've ever seen. That's about 500 pounds of boy love. That's about 500 pounds of boy love right there. Sear calls out Hassan. Oh boy, what'd Sear say?
Bro, Hassan stole Will from me. I'm gonna get jacked and I'm gonna fucking fight him. Granted, he is 8 foot.
I just saw the IP in Pool's hat.
12. But I'll do the good old uppercut. You know, Yo, come this TwitchCon, Hassan better watch it.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not going to TwitchCon. I will be real. I am not going to TwitchCon Paris. Fuck that shit. I'm too tired. I have not been streaming. I just need to sit here and make content for a while. So I'm gonna be honest. I think the content will be better me sitting here than going to France. But I will be at the Vegas one. This is my first TwitchCon that I'm missing since I really became a streamer. But I can't do Paris right now. I can't do. I'm doing 3 days of filming for a mystery project, and then I would have to go basically immediately to Paris, and I can't do it. Peace and love to Paris. I just can't fucking do it. But Vegas, I'll be going hard. Caroline sees Will.
You put her on your
Austin, come here. Oh, dude, the electric chair drop got a lot of.
Wait, who's he?
This moment got a lot of attention.
Talking about?
God. Can the camera see this? Oh my!
I'm not seeing this.
Drop it like that. Bang, bang. Hassan's face is perfect.
Wait, is he talking about me? When Austin said, wait, you put her... Bro, this motherfucker...
Yep, and she said that because she was so excited.
There is nothing private in our lives.
Oh my God. Oh my.
Listen, I like doing Cirque du Soleil suck. Okay, if you don't break a sweat, fucking, you're not trying hard enough. I've said that many times and I stand by it.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Billy Ichiban, your film knowledge is vast. Your anime recommendations are strong.
Thank you.
But your Vinland Saga Season 2 take is incorrect.
It's not. It is not good. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't. We're not getting into it. I'll go back and... No, I won't. I just didn't like it. I'm entitled to my take.
Welcome to your new home. Our new home.
Oh, we're back. Wrong? I mean, I'm going to be honest. It's like if Demon Slayer didn't have a big fight at the end of a season. You'd be like, oh, okay. Filler.
In 2 seconds, you will collide with your destination.
Good news, everyone. We seem to
Wow, dude, this looks so crispy.
flow of time.
Wait, what exactly happened?
Here, look at this.
Stop fighting! Okay, I'm done.
To the ship!
A new virus has broken
Okay,
out.
I got to be honest. They got to stop doing this. Stop selling Futurama off The Simpsons, bro. Simpsons hasn't been good in 20 years. Stop it. This should be from the creators of Futurama. Stop selling shit with The Simpsons, man.
A new virus has broken out.
I've developed a test to see who's infected. You jam this Q-tip up your nose. That looks kind of fun. I can't wait to do it hundreds of times.
Dude.
Flawless out here.
God, that gives me fucking... Cheers, my dude. Love you, no homo. Also, have you heard of Hell's Paradise? It seems pretty good so far. I have heard of it. I watched the trailer too. It does look good. Dude, I calculated that I may have done almost as many COVID tests as anybody during COVID lockdown and COVID height. Because I had to test like 4 or 5 times a week, every week for G4. So I'm up there with like doctor numbers, bro. My nose had like calluses in it. I think I did like 10 total. I think I calculated I did like over 300. It was wild. Lucky you get tested, to be honest. Yeah, there's a positive there, I suppose. Huh? 300? Yeah. Something like that.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that's very cool.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. I never did a COVID test. That is wild, brother. Are your alerts off? No, they are not. Negative. They are on. Is Name Your Price coming back? I cannot confirm or deny that. New Eddie Burback video. I love me some Eddie Burback. Well, have you seen Jury on Prime? No, I hear it's great. Multiverse Fatigue?
On this stage in 2019, we introduced Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But what's fun to do here is to talk a little bit about the future. We are shooting right now our new series for Disney Plus, Echo.
Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. That moves directly into The Flash.
Filoni's movie will apparently close out the New Republic, tying up the stories told within the Disney Plus shows.
Blade, starring Mahershala Ali, comes out November 3rd, and we start filming this October.
A fantastic movie that I really love that resets the entire DC universe.
Our series Ironheart.
And to move into Blue Beetle.
The Acolyte is a mystery thriller that will take us into a galaxy of
map out
shadowy
an 8 to 10 year
secrets
plan
and
of what
emerging dark
DC
side
Studios will be
powers
in
the final
film,
phase.
television.
The year is 2008, and superhero movies are pretty hit or miss. Last year, in 2007, the hugely popular Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy face-planted at the finish line, with critics and audiences tearing it apart.
God, this was a miss.
Into some shade. Thanks, Hot Nice.
But this didn't slow the demand for these movies from nerds everywhere. And these nerds had no idea what was about to happen, because the summer of 2008 was the summer of the superhero. Within 3 months of each other,
Comics have always been about multiverses, though. Yes. Okay, but here's the problem. Fundamentally, I'm going to tell you the number one problem that comic book films and projects are running into. 2-hour timeline. That is the problem. The benefit of reading a story in a comic book is that it can unfold naturally in the pace that the story dictates, right? Some arcs in comic books are like 3 issues, and some arcs in comic books are like years. And they unfold nicely. The problem is, within a 2-hour timeline, you basically need a beginning, middle, and end. And that formula has become so overused, particularly for superhero movies, where it's like, introduce the superhero. They get their powers. Here's the bad guy. There is a struggle. It is resolved. That it just feels like all of these movies have gotten so formulaic. Now, the other thing that I will say is happening is a lot of the people that are making these projects don't give a shit about them at all. That is the hardline nature. I recently watched Ant-Man and Wasp, and it just felt like no one really gave a shit about that movie at any point in its conception, execution, edit, and release. It just felt like they had to make another Marvel film, and so they did. Which is crazy because you had Bill Murray in a fucking Marvel movie. It should have been great. Now, I do think that a lot of the series have had more success because they can kind of tell a story at their own pace and develop characters and do a lot of things that you can't do as well in a film. If you haven't watched Peacemaker yet, Peacemaker ruled. It was awesome. It was funny. I also liked WandaVision. I think it kind of fell off a little bit at the end, but I think with more freedom in the format in which they are telling the story, they're doing well. But like, we're on film number 50 in the Marvel universe. So it's just getting hard to squeeze in a unique story into a 2-hour timeline. That is my take.
Audiences were treated to The Dark Knight and the very first Iron Man movie.
Now, obviously, The Dark Knight.
Do you intend on watching Flash? I do, because for me, it's like a Viking funeral for the DC timeline as we know it. I know it's supposed to be bullshit, but I'm so excited for it to be over.
Incredible, but that's not what this video is about, so sorry, Christian Bale.
Sorry.
What the fuck is it with you?
I don't know. We're sorry.
What don't you fucking understand?
Sorry.
So Iron Man comes out and strikes this perfect balance between humor and
Oh,
serious
yeah, wow,
storytelling.
that's very
We got this
cool.
really
Yeah,
intimate
better.
story about a flawed man who slowly grows as a person throughout the movie. The focus of the film doesn't seem to be, hey, check out this live-action version of your favorite comic book hero. It's focused on what any regular good movie does, telling a compelling story.
What'd you think of Loki? I liked Loki.
CGI, pop culture references, and real-world political inspiration of Tony Stark being a weapons manufacturer.
But at the same time, it set up Kang, and I think Kang has kind of been a miss as a big bad so far. That's just my take. You can have your own take. That's my take.
Afghanistan made it much
Kang
more
is not nearly as good as Thanos. I'm just being real.
believable than comic adaptations of the past, like Catwoman.
Iron Man wasn't even a very well-known or well-liked character to the general public when the movie came out, so it was...
That is... Eddie, I love you, but that is a fucking dumb take. That is a fucking stupid take. That is completely wrong. Iron Man, even before the Iron Man movie, is one of the most recognizable superheroes on the planet. That's insane.
Known or well-liked character to the general public when the movie came out, so it was a hit more because of the film itself rather than it having a recognizable hero.
Eddie is right. Eddie is wrong. Listen, if Eddie is right that Iron Man wasn't a generally consumed character by the general public, then you can make that argument about any superhero outside of Spider-Man, Batman, and Superman at that time, right? Because there was no comic book films. But to say that Iron Man is like an obscure superhero, that's not correct. That is not correct. I don't agree with that. I think when people saw an Iron Man film, like 80% of people knew who Iron Man was. Now, maybe they didn't consume Iron Man comic books. Maybe they didn't know the name Tony Stark, but they knew of Iron Man. Disagree? That's really interesting. I'm going to prove my point in 2 seconds. If only there was some giant piece of media from the past that made it clear that everyone knew who Iron Man was in like the 1970s. Oh, wait, you're fucking wrong.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Hope you enjoyed your trip, Nafla.
Okay. That was quick.
And after the movie's done, don't leave because we have a little surprise for you after the credits roll.
Who the hell are you? Nick Fury, director of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm here.
That song is not about the comic book character, right? But the name Iron Man, people knew Iron Man. And when you said Iron Man, if you were like, hey, that superhero Iron Man, people would be like, oh, the one in the iron suit. Listen, here's the point. People didn't consume comic books the same way then that they do now. But to say that people did not know that Iron Man existed is a huge stretch. Will, you are wrong. I fully disagree. And we don't have a time machine, so you can suck my dick because it's my stream and I got the mic.
Okay, that's cool. The Avengers are like that superhero team, right? With Captain America, Hulk, and Spider-Man.
Don't say his name. Oh my God.
What?
Great. Real great. Sony owns them and now we have to pay them money because you mentioned them.
Oh.
But don't worry. If you love Iron Man, we got a lot cooking here at Marvel Studios. You remember the Hulk from like 5 years ago?
Oh yeah, people
He
didn't...
wasn't well known. That's the point. I mean, like, what is well known? name recognition and being able to identify a picture of him and be like, if I went back to 2007 and held up a picture of Iron Man and went, who is this? The average person would probably be like, oh, that's Iron Man. That's knowing him. Now, if I was like, hey, can you tell me where Iron Man gets his powers from? No one would be able to do that, right? That's fine. But I can say the same of like any superhero at that point if you're not a comic book person. It's just a strange thing to say that like Iron Man was like this obscure character. Now, if you want to say that Guardians of the Galaxy were an obscure character that no one could pick out, then I'd be like, yes. If I held up fucking Rocket Raccoon in 2008, no one on the planet would be like, that is Rocket Raccoon. Okay? If I held up a picture of Hawkman outside of a fucking comic book store, people would be like, oh, that's, yeah, no, I know who he is. No one. All right? Unless you are a comic book nerd at that point. But I've had this conversation as well. The appropriation of nerd culture, right? I've had this conversation. I've gone on long diatribes. Nerd culture was escapism for people whose lives were terrible, right? I read comic books as a means of escape because I got the shit kicked out of me for wearing Hawaiian shirts to school, okay? We don't have that anymore. Right? Now everybody needs escapism because the entire world is terrible, right? So it's different. Same thing with fucking Gandalf, right? Oh, wrong tab.
Like that
Well,
one.
we got a sequel to it now.
Wait, was Hulk always played by Edward Norton?
It's not important. Just watch until the ending.
You know, I hate to say I told you so, General, but that super soldier program was put on ice for a reason. I've always felt that hardware was much more reliable.
Just 1 year after Iron Man
and the Hulk,
and the Hulk, Disney purchased Marvel Studios for $4 billion. This purchase kicked off one of the most lucrative powerhouses in entertainment of all time, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
How do you feel about Gunn's DC Universe? Well, I mean, we've barely gotten a look at it. We have the Suicide Squad and we have Peacemaker, which have both been really good. So, I mean, so far so good, but...
Most of us know the history of the MCU, whether you like the movies or not. Marvel movies have been unavoidable for the last 15 years. But if you're young enough where you don't exactly remember why it became such a massive success, Marvel was the first franchise to start to interconnect their stories across multiple movies, similar to comic books.
At the time for us as 11-year-olds, this was super exciting.
Casting was announced for Superman today. All right, let me see it. Superman got cast? Let me see. Yeah, that looks like Superman to me. David Corin Sweat. Is this a fucking British guy? I swear to God if this is a Brit. David Corin Sweat. He's been in Pearl. I don't remember him in Pearl. I mean, to be fair, like, I think that's a fine casting. He looks like Clark Kent to me. To be honest, you know who he looks like?
I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone.
I think people are conflating popularity with name recognition. He was definitely known, but not a flagship series for the Marvel brand.
That is a very good way of saying it. That is a very concise way of saying it. He had good name and image recognition, which what I'm saying is no superhero really had more than that to the general world except for Batman and Superman at that point. And maybe the X-Men because of their 90s cartoon. Their 90s cartoon was fucking insane. You know who he looks like? Dude, kind of a ton. He looks like Christopher Reeves. He looks a lot like Christopher Reeves. Which is, I mean, that makes a lot of sense to me because Gunn has literally said that this is his favorite Superman movie, is the Christopher Reeve Superman. So, I mean, it makes sense. I think my expectation is we are going to get a nerfed Superman in terms of like his power levels. I think that is one thing you will see instantaneously. Is I think the omnipotent Superman that we've seen thus far needs to fucking go.
Not only would you routinely get a pretty quality comic book movie of a new hero every year, you'd get a little hint at the end of each movie on where the story was headed. Building up to 2012's Avengers, this felt really new and fresh for a blockbuster franchise.
They built this excitement with movies like Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, Thor, Captain America: The First Avenger. Movies that are in no way perfect, but are fun.
This type of casting is very appearance-based too because of the culture surrounding Superman. I mean, yeah, I think they just want a fresh face. Sometimes Hollywood just wants a fresh actor who, you know, you're not like, oh, I got to wrap my mind around that person being Superman. Oh, I know them as this and this and this.
Character-driven stories that were nailing on-screen versions of these characters for the first time.
Have you heard the updates on
Avengers released?
Invincibles? Yeah. Okay, so I saw a lot of people. I'm sorry I'm pausing so much, but there are a lot of good questions.
Oh, yeah,
I saw the update on Invincible, and a lot of people were really
Austin.
We didn't have time. A lot of people were upset that the next season of Invincible is going to focus on a multiverse. I 100% understand that because both The Boys and Invincible are meant to be superhero parody, right? Both those series are like what One Punch Man is to anime, right? Where it is like, oh, we are going to disassemble the genre and like poke at its convention. And so like, why wouldn't they do a multiverse project? Because how better can you critique what is going on in like the general comic book universes than a multiverse thing? Because the multiverse is literally happening in both major film universes now. I don't know. I think that makes total sense to me. But we'll see.
The biggest blockbuster events in movie history. The end credits.
It's following the comic books. Yes. Exactly. And the comic books are a disassembling of the genre. We don't need to debate that, right? You understand that The Boys and Invincible are like parody of superhero shit, right? Like they elevate and twist and pick apart a lot of like the conventions within.
It's a character that in this day and age is extremely recognizable, but we're talking pre-Fortnite days.
Stone Age.
To non-comic book readers in 2012, this guy was just some big purple weirdo, but we know him as Thanos.
Word spread from the nerds soon after that Thanos and the Infinity Stones was a concept from the comics that could potentially create an even bigger blockbuster than the Avengers movie. And we could potentially be seeing years of storytelling leading up.
Did you see that they might get Alexander Skarsgård for Lex Luthor? Amazing. Anything is better than fucking what they got last time. Like, give us a real Lex Luthor. I've talked about this before. I'm pausing so much. I'm sorry, Eddie Burback. I'm ruining your film, but I'm a React streamer. Lex Luthor is actually one of my favorite characters. And I think Lex Luthor kind of deserves his own film because at the core of Lex Luthor is a really complex person, right? Like, yes, he is a villain. He is this ruthless millionaire, parody of billionaire and wealth and all those things. But also, Lex Luthor has a point. right? Lex Luthor makes a really good point. At the nexus of his mania, there is this really good point. Do we want to put the safety of the world
Let's go.
and all of its inhabitants, human beings, in the hands of an alien? He's not even from here, right? And it's like this kind of very interesting bit of like xenophobia played out on an intergalactic scale, where like fundamentally Lex Luthor does a lot of his evil shit because he just doesn't trust Superman. He just doesn't trust that an alien has human beings' best interest in mind. And while ultimately he is wrong and manifests his possibly good idea in horrible ways, I think there's a really interesting character there. And we just didn't get it. We got a critique of social media the last time he was on screen, and it just wasn't.
And as 15-year-old nerds ourselves, we were yet again beyond excited for this. After that, Marvel had the general public in the palm of their hands, releasing some lesser movies like Thor: The Dark World and Avengers: Age of Ultron, but also massive hits like Captain America: Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Black Panther, Civil War, which introduced Spider-Man, Spider-Man: Homecoming, Doctor Strange, and Thor: Ragnarok.
Over a span of 6 years,
Ragnarok was pretty good.
Slowly fit together like puzzle pieces as we move toward the massive 2-part finale, Infinity War and Endgame. Wait, we have to get paid real quick. Today's sponsor is Scentbird. Listen, you
know what, Eddie? I like Eddie, so I'm gonna let him play some of his fucking ad.
Stink. I can smell you through the screen. But you're in luck because Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service that's...
I love fragrances. Scentbird. There you go, Eddie. Good fucking job. This is a long fucking ad, brother. They must have paid my man Eddie.
The end of the road. You followed these characters and this story through birthdays, graduations, that one time at the Oscars that John Travolta called Idina Menzel Adele Dazeem, weddings, and it's been a wild ride. We here at Marvel Studios want to thank you for coming. Now please keep your hands inside of the vehicle until the safety bar releases.
It feels locked.
Welcome to Phase 4.
Phase 4?
We're not done yet. Brand new on Disney Plus, we have TV shows of all your favorite Marvel heroes.
What the fuck? I thought we were done.
Don't miss one.
And the TV shows were interesting, right? Because the TV shows basically tried to be each their own genre. WandaVision was like a homage to classic television. Winter Soldier and Falcon was like a buddy cop show, and Loki was like a detective noir. Which very interesting.
Captain America, Moon Knight, Hawkeye, Loki, She-Hulk.
Oh, I forgot about fucking these other ones though.
More on our streaming service. We booked out the year, so there's going to be a new episode almost every single week.
So you're not doing movies now?
Nope, we actually have more of those than ever, and we're excited to see you in theaters in between episodes of our new shows. We consider ourselves pretty average consumers of stuff like Marvel, DC, and other major movie franchises. Basically, if one of those blockbusters comes out and it's known to be pretty good and fun, we'll check it out. But we also would always prefer a non-franchise heavy movie that's great. And Phase 4 of Marvel is the exact moment where average consumers like us wanted off of the ride.
Endgame ended a decade of storytelling, and it was a massive moment. Then just before Phase 3 ended, we got Spider-Man: Far From Home. Most people love Spider-Man, so yeah, okay, I'll go see that too.
But just because we want off the ride doesn't mean Marvel is gonna stop the roller coaster from moving. This is a multi-billion...
Okay, one thing I will say is I hate this style of filmmaking right here. This shot is the epitome of shit I hate. Two actors in front of a green screen with a few other actors in front of a green screen, all cut in, like the Spy Kids aesthetic. I don't fuck with it. I will never fuck with it. I don't understand it. I just hate it. I hate it.
From moving. This is a multi-billion-dollar business with movies, TV shows, toys, clothing, video games, theme parks, and more.
Marvel isn't gonna stop making money because of our video. That's not how businesses work. Come in.
Hey, man, did you see the new Burback video?
No, what?
They said that they don't want to watch Marvel movies anymore.
What? Get Kevin. Get Kevin.
Call Kevin. There is simply too much money involved.
Can I just say, other than criticizing whether it's good or bad, this is just a normie problem. Like, nerds knew this was going to happen going and wanted to keep this going. That's why we like this, why we still buy comics. It's just normies didn't know what they were getting into. Yes and no. I think the great thing about comic books, when they tell these stories, is like when they come to an end, you get a new version, right? Like, I have seen those characters change in such significant ways and be rendered in such different lights. And some of them are great and some of them are bad, right? The thing is, with comic books, if there's a bad arc or a bad kind of rendering of one of the characters that you enjoy, you just skip it. The problem with the Marvel and the DC universe at this point is if you want to keep up with the universe, you basically are all in. You got to watch all these movies because they all link together. And now you're on a 50-hour long ride to catch up and know what the fuck is going on. I don't know if we'll ever get alternative universe shit within the films because I think that Hollywood is too worried that it would dilute the characters or portray them in a light that would be less marketable. Like, I love the movie Logan, right? But if you actually know what the Old Man Logan comic books are, it's so different. And Old Man Logan really fucking goes for it. And so you might never get like a Superman Red Sun or a Logan or Old Man Logan or some of like these really extreme reimagining of the characters that allow for like a reset of the palette and a different type of storytelling.
To care about these projects as films. Comic book fans got mad at Martin Scorsese for calling movies theme park rides.
Joker 2 is on the way. Well, I mean, Joker 2 is kind of more of an example of what I'm saying, where like they have made it clear that they are isolating Joker so far from the rest of the timeline that like in a second Joker movie, we might still not even get Batman. So like, obviously, they are. It'll be interesting, though.
And I am begging you, if you are mad at him, to watch more movies.
The filmmakers of substance need support.
Yeah.
And the problem is the amusement park films. It's very difficult for films of substance, or I don't want to use the word personal vision, but I have. It doesn't mean it's not entertaining, right? But these projects, where can they be shown? Where can they be shown if the theaters are taken over by the well-made, beautifully made animated pictures, in a sense?
Listen,
Scorsese got so much shit for that interview because he famously said Marvel films or comic book films are not cinema. And I think that quote in and of itself, when clipped out, when chip clamped, sounds worse than it is. I think it speaks more to how people consume media now, right? 90% of the time you'll watch a movie now, you're watching it on your couch and you're on your phone and you're blah, 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 blah. So what gets people into the theaters? Well, it's rides, it's amusement parks, it's events, it's water cooler films that everybody is watching. And so now in the interest of getting people into movie theaters, you create these events and these blockbusters that almost like you have to watch them in a movie theater for them to be enjoyed. Which it's interesting. Like people just aren't going to watch like art house in a movie theater anymore, which is really sad. It is an amazing experience to go and watch like Criterion film in a movie theater, and it's just not happening anymore. So I don't think Scorsese was wrong with that comment.
Like Marvel, there are absolutely good projects they've made that you can emotionally connect with, but Jesus Christ, up your movie catalog because there are better films out there waiting for you.
After making so many franchise hits, artistic integrity has to become an afterthought for a business this big that has made over 32 blockbusters. But after all of this is when Marvel started messing around with a new hot idea in Hollywood:
multiverses.
Just let me say it.
Now, multiverses or crossover episodes aren't a new concept by a long shot. We've had crossovers from different worlds happen in media for a long time. Kingdom Hearts was a cross between the world of Final Fantasy and the world of Disney. Super Smash Bros. Did it with all the Nintendo characters. Marvel vs. Capcom. That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana and the Jimmy Timmy Power.
Damn, we blew right by Marvel vs. Capcom. Gonna take you for a ride.
Power Hour, to name a few from our childhood.
The Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, a truly revolutionary idea with one of the ugliest art styles I've ever seen on TV. The multiverse as an idea goes all the way back to the 1960s with the Flash of Two Worlds. In this comic, the Flash goes so fucking fast that he vibrates into a different universe. This is generally accepted as the first use of the multiverse, even though the actual term wasn't used.
I want to keep watching this, and I gotta pee like a racehorse, so comes in chat and I'll be right back.
Till later. Since then, both Marvel
All right. I got good PSI, so I pissed quick.
DC Comics regularly use multiverses throughout their stories and in big crossover events.
But in comics, it's not that crazy of a concept because they already do so many crossovers with other comics, different heroes. And
Whoa, what was that? Versus? Oh, I thought that was Versus. Versus is such a cool comic book series.
Comics, different heroes, and even companies sometimes. But the Avengers 2012 set off a domino effect in movies, and especially Marvel, where these giant blockbusters would be treated as episodes to a larger story rather than focusing on telling a contained story on its own.
Doesn't that make the individual movies worse?
Yes, but they make a lot of money.
But not all multiverse projects are soulless company decisions. Just a few years ago, we got Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Which was incredible.
First one to introduce the full idea of the multiverse to the mainstream. And to make matters worse, it was absolutely fantastic. I mean, this movie not only revolutionized what kind of style a 3D animated movie could be, it was also a fantastically heartfelt, character-focused story that juggled many insane ideas. It all came together so well that it's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Hour.
Okay. Hour.
Just say hour.
Hour. I'm saying it.
Doesn't
now.
have to be all about you. Hey, new thought. Maybe it's not all about you. This is also true about Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Bomb movie. 10 out of 10.
That and Spider-Verse both use the concept of endless universes to do a deep dive on who the main character is and who they want to become. These are carefully crafted stories that people love to talk about on Letterboxd, but they are also stories where the concept of a multiverse is used to tell a character-focused story. Spider-Verse is a movie that includes infinite universes of every possible Spider-Man, but it's about Miles. Everything Everywhere All at Once isn't a story about everything, it's about a single family. Multiverses in their nature are an extremely messy concept.
Do you have any underrated comic book arcs you would recommend that people don't talk a lot about?
Story, let's say maybe for a concept
What do you think about
of the
that?
next phase of your television and movie franchise. It's going to get messy as hell.
The thing is,
Cheers, my dude. Love ya. No
most.
Hello. Also, have you watched or heard of Hell's Paradise? It seems pretty good so far, Emo.
Yes. You're the second person to ask me about it. Yeah, I've heard it's good. Here's the thing about comic book nerds. They're very passionate, right? So a lot of the good arcs get a lot of attention, right? It just is the way it is because comic book nerds are nerds. And so a lot of those like very highly touted arcs are fucking amazing.
Marvel spent over 10 years slowly building a relationship with the viewer through character-focused stories. Toward the end, we started to lose that a bit, but the stories were molding into a larger narrative, so sure, we can understand that. But the finale, Endgame, included time travel and multiversal concepts that kind of destroyed the stakes of the MCU.
And that's fine if it had ended there, but to pick up the pieces after and give us Loki, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, No Way Home, and WandaVision, all stories that either briefly touch on the multiverse or are completely about the multiverse, but talk about the multiverse in completely different ways, leaves the viewer confused and disconnected. Now, we think that Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness was supposed to clean up these concepts for the average viewer and refocus the franchise in a way that a non-comic book TikTok
people
fan
hated
could
this
understand. But holy shit, man.
The villain
people hated this
Scarlet
movie.
Witch, who had just concluded her own side story on Disney+, but the writers of Multiverse of Madness didn't even get to see the show that led into their movie because the Marvel content machine hadn't spit out WandaVision yet. It was still in development.
It's a similar arc in Multiverse of Madness that it is in WandaVision. There could be parallel stories being told there of dealing with grief and loss. Well, I proposed that to the writers who wrote Multiverse. I said, do you know what we're doing in WandaVision? Have you seen it? And no, they had not seen it because it wasn't finished yet.
So Marvel is now in a place where their production is moving too fast to connect their projects in a cohesive way. And they're also juggling the most complicated and messy concepts with the multiverse on top of having more characters, TV shows, and movies than ever before. So as the average person, how could we possibly care?
If we're already sacrificing individual movies being complete pieces just so we can watch a giant interconnected narrative, then the story at least needs to be easy to understand and not a massive commitment to follow.
And after all of this, Thor Ragnarok was the project that Christian Bale chose to join the MCU in? Sorry, Christian Bale. We saw this movie and we did not like it.
Sorry. That's so funny.
Oh, good for you. And how was it?
It was bad.
No, shut the fuck up.
Now, the multiverse is getting a little crowded, but potentially one of the biggest franchises of all time managed to avoid this and stay in one timeline. One that takes place in a galaxy far, far away.
Shrek.
No, I meant Star Wars.
Oh, fuck. Let's see what Eddie has to say about Star Wars.
For decades, Star Wars was a simple and clean franchise for the general public. Yes, they had an extended universe, but that's for nerds and we don't care.
Dude, actually based this take because there were so many good fucking Star Wars books and comics. Real nerds, you know what I'm talking about. And we were all hoping we would get some of it. Leia with a yellow lightsaber, if you know, you know. And we didn't get shit. We got the shaft.
We don't care.
Nice. What, you're going to make me read about Star Wars?
Oh, yeah,
it's
wow,
a movie
that's very cool.
from 1977
Billy
to
Ichiban,
2008.
welcome
There were
back. Would you ever visit and stream in Korea?
Yeah. I've always really wanted to go to Korea. I've mentioned this a few times, but a bunch of my friends in high school were Korean. Blair Academy, where I went to high school, always had like 30 or so odd Korean exchange students. So for 2 years of high school, I actually had a Korean roommate. And I'd love to go visit them. A lot of them live in Seoul, so.
Total of 6 Star Wars movies and 1 animated TV show. And as somebody who's not a Star Wars fanatic but enjoys it frequently, this is an extremely easy commitment to see them live in theaters and rewatch them every few years.
Today, there are 11 movies with 4 more on the way. There are also 10 Star Wars TV shows with 24 seasons.
Now, of course, this is partially due to time passing and fans wanting more content.
Just
to be
Greg's,
honest,
thank
getting
you.
another trilogy of movies, getting 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, and allowing Dave Filoni to make the Clone Wars Wars for big fans of the franchise was just fine. Because when the sequels came out, you only had to do a 6-movie marathon, but mostly the original 3 to catch up.
But let's say you hadn't watched any Star Wars, but you watched The Mandalorian because somebody recommended it.
Isn't none of the comics and books Star Wars canon anymore? That is true. Disney threw out all the comic books and books that were canon for a while. They are now no longer canon.
Baby Yoda is cute as hell. The Mandalorian had the ability to be an in-universe show that didn't require other materials at all to enjoy. And then they completely destroyed that. For example, if you were watching season 2, they dedicated an episode to introducing Ahsoka. Ahsoka was one of the main characters of the animated show The Clone Wars that took place between 2 of the prequel movies. She has a bunch of backstory that's covered throughout the show, and she even showed up in another animated show, Rebels. But The Mandalorian was the first time she was shown in live action.
Aren't you glad that Ahsoka's live action now, though?
I mean, I didn't really watch The Clone Wars, so I don't really know who that is.
Okay, well, let's say you did. And let's say that you're happy to see Ahsoka finally in live action.
Then thank you.
For
bringing Ahsoka back.
Ahsoka. Ahsoka with an A. Ah.
Thank you for bringing Ahsoka back.
You're welcome.
Like we said before, we're pretty average consumers when it comes to this stuff, but we've also watched and played a ton of Star Wars content.
We've rewatched the movies, played the Lego games growing up, watched the Clone Wars, some of Rebels, played Battlefront 2 a ton, and up until recently kept up with The Mandalorian. And at this point, we are so tired with Star Wars. Holy shit.
Jesus, yeah.
It's just too much.
It's way too much. Other than Andor, which was fantastic, I just can't be bothered to be excited by
Jesus Christ. Now I really got to watch Andor.
Star Wars alone anymore.
We love Dave Filoni, but after the experience with Marvel, we just can't commit to another Disney Plus story that requires seasons of television and movies just to keep up with what's going on. And The Mandalorian is a perfect example for why these universes are actually pretty bad for human storytelling and art. Jon Favreau, one of the creators of Mandalorian and also the person who birthed the MCU with Iron Man in 2008, said himself that The Mandalorian doesn't have an ending planned. He said it's not like there's a finale we're building to, because at the end of the day, this is not about storytelling. It is about business. And I know that's not a surprise to most of you, but to some people, it is. A good story is planned out. A good story has meaning to it. And to drive that meaning home, the story needs an end. Look at Game of Thrones, for example. A show that was beloved.
Yeah, that's crazy that like even One Piece has an ending plan.
That's for cool.
You know what I mean?
A bit late.
Even
but my
fucking
favorite
One
moment from
Piece,
Japan was that by the
thousands of episodes in, has an ending plan.
And you didn't break character once. Giga
Thank you.
Chad.
Giga Chad.
So many people, and now cannot even be rewatched by those people because the ending was so bad they felt like the rest of the story was totally meaningless. And I think what's so frustrating is some of these comic book movies can be art. Across the Spider-Verse just came out and was fantastic and is an achievement in art in so many different ways. But obviously we know these companies are not gonna stop making the money that they make. I mean, for the love of God, we didn't even get to touch on the DCEU and the Flash because, I mean, Tony, I think we just don't want to, right?
Yeah, they're just boring to talk about.
So for the love of God, at least slow down a little bit. Take your time. Make it less of a commitment for the rest of us. Give CGI artists a little bit of time to work on these movies to make them look better. Give your writers more time to make a story that's cohesive. And maybe at least try to have an individual message and personal touch to each movie. Because we are all so tired. So at this point for us, it's just too exhausting, and it'll be pretty hard to get us to go to the theater and actually see a Marvel movie. Even if you add a talented A-list actor like Christian Bale, I'm probably just gonna watch the movie on a flight. So
fucking the most true. That is the most brilliant thing Eddie has said all video.
Sorry, Christian Bale.
Sorry, Christian.
Fucking kick your fucking ass. You know, shut up.
Oh, and thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring this video.
Yeah, I mean, well done video by Eddie. Concisely put what a lot of us are thinking. A lot of these properties just feel so wrung out now. But it's not just comic book shit. Like even Jurassic Park and like other, you know, it just feels like there will be endless iterations till the end of time. You know, and it is what it is. So You know, it's interesting. I don't know how many of you watch British shows, but I think it is one of the most, like, when you first get into British TV, you're sad that all these shows basically last like 2 seasons, unless they're Doctor Who. They all last like 2 seasons and then they're gone. And you're like, holy shit, man. How do we get more of Spaced? How do we get more of this like incredible moment that I just had? But that's like, it almost feels more important when you get like 2 seasons of something and it's just gone. I kind of still feel the same way right now about the reboot of Harry Potter. Yeah, Harry Potter will never be good again, in my opinion. I not that it was ever good, in my opinion, but yeah. Fuck that. I need more Expanse. Well, I'll tell you this. I think sci-fi is an interesting, like, wrinkle to that, because sci-fi kind of becomes like
I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit.
It becomes like soap opera at a certain point.
Too excited. What if Will has a bad take on Andori like he does with Peakland Saga? Let's not ask for something everyone will regret.
True. There you go. What's your take on the live One Piece live action? It looks like shit. It looks like shit. I mean, it looks like crap. I can't be the only one who thinks it. Like, it looks bad.
Together we'd make a pretty good team.
Like, I'll be honest, this is probably the worst casting of Luffy ever. This is a great casting. This is a fucking fire casting.
We're heading up to the Grand Line.
A treacherous stretch.
This wig, we couldn't get her a better wig. We couldn't get her a fucking lace front. We couldn't hit up any of the drag queens in West Hollywood to get this girl a better fucking wig. Horrible.
Of ocean with bigger islands and bigger pirates.
Careful with that.
I don't work for you.
I'm sensing a little bit of tension amongst the crew.
Not a crew.
Dude, he doesn't sound like Luffy at all. I wonder if he's even watched or read One Piece. He's just like totally missed that character. Holy shit.
We were yelling at Boeing scientists about hiding the truth.
Oh, yeah.
That the Earth is flat.
Good, clean coal. We just kept talking about if they could run Boeing space shuttles on good, clean American coal. The best part is we weren't even live. There was no one watching.
Yeah. No, we
were just being fucking stupid.
We were just doing it for ourselves. Rod hated it. It was awesome.
We asked a Boeing scientist if he had ever considered running a spaceship on good, clean American.
Yeah. That means what? Sorry, we're patriotic.
Holy shit. Dude, this was the most Big Brother behavior Hassan and I have ever involved in. Like, literally, Marat was basically like, don't embarrass me. Like, this is family day. And so we proceeded to embarrass the shit out of him by being two of the dumbest idiots that ever walked into Boeing. Like, we were 5th grade reading level stupid during that trip. And it was so funny. The most Big Brother behavior ever. Have you ever considered running one of them spaceships on coal? Did my dono not come through? I don't know. I don't know why some people are having problems with the donos and some people are not. I've heard a few of the donos go through. I wonder if I have alerts off in this. I don't. Strange. No. China has a coal-based liquid rocket. Of course, the Chinese figured it out. They're leaving us behind in the dust. Sleepy Joe Biden can't even figure out how to run a fucking rocket on good, clean American coal. This is Brandon's fault.
I'm ballsy.
There's the donation.
No shit from anyone.
Have you watched or heard of Legends of Vox Machina on Amazon?
Yes.
Adult animated show based on Critical Role's D&D campaign. Just curious. Taking the wild storytelling you can get through D&D and turning into a show is neat.
I have not watched Vox Machina, but I heard the story behind it is fucking incredible because apparently Bezos's kids were big Critical Role fans, and Critical Role like got their show greenlit before they even like finished it because Bezos like personally came in and was like, yeah, we're greenlighting this show. My kids are a fan. And so Critical Role were like, oh, okay. I know they did a Kickstarter too, but that is what I heard is that Amazon like picked it up very early in the process and basically gave them like a blank check because his kids are fans. I don't know. I heard that. Kumite, Kumite. They already had a $14 million check from their fans. I mean, that is very impressive. I will give you that. But I don't know if you've seen the budget of a lot of shows recently. $14 million is a good budget. It's not a blank check from Jeffy B, but it's a good budget. This was awesome. Jeff Dukes. Apparently that sumo was like number 4 in the world at one point, which is fucking incredible. Just an absolute bamf. Arcane had $1 million or $100 million budget. Yeah. Have you seen Lex in the Harley Quinn show yet?
For the bagels.
There's only cinnamon.
No. Oh wait, I have seen this. The Harley Quinn show is awesome. The Harley Quinn show is great. I was trying to get Hassan to juice the Samurai Dojo, but he never clicked. They posted your group photo. Oh, we juiced the shit out of them, brother. Oh, the Samurai Dojo. Oh, fuck. Here's the Samurai Dojo. Yeah, juice them up, guys. Give them some dweez. The Bear season 2 is great. The Bear season 2 is great. NJPW? What is NJPW?
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Oh, New Japan Pro Wrestling
is celebrating its 5th anniversary of the LA Dojo, and we're all excited to announce the launch of NJPW Academy. With DKC and Bateman coaching the beginner's course, it'll be Koshida and myself, Mr. No Days Off Fred Rosser, leading our advanced class with vast knowledge in submission, grappling, and strong style wrestling. Whether you're a beginner or already wrestling, we have something to offer everyone here at NJPW Academy, where athletes can learn various worldwide styles of professional wrestling right here in Los Angeles.
God, I gotta.
Neff, have you seen the Jury on Prime? Fucking amazing show.
I've heard it's great.
The one guy and everyone else is an actor genre.
Yeah, I've heard great things about it. I gotta reach out to Austin Creed or Kenny Omega and see if we could do a stream. That'd be awesome if I could get like Spaceboy and like Tectone and do a wrestling stream. That'd be very fun. That would be most cool. More fun samurai edits? Hell yeah. Keep sending them, guys. Guys, this is gonna be like my return stream, so anything you wanna send or ask about Japan or anything like that, we're doing it tonight. I'm just kind of warming up again. I'm a little fucking tired and jet lagged, so. Dude, I still can't get over you fucking bastard. I understand. What the? That was a weird edit. That was a strange edit.
You know, he's hitting the holy fuck. That is a big ass. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, I gotta take a fucking photo of this.
Now that was a good edit. When you gave us on a telepathic signal the next morning on stream about how the night was, how was the night? I know it was vague. Jesus H. Christ. Oh, did my camera just die? What the fuck? What the fuck just happened? The fuck just happened? Yo, that was... What is... Hold on, I gotta check something. That is weird, bro. Alright, well, that was strange. Dude, what is this little fly doing? Why does he want to die so bad? Sorry, friend. You never stood a chance. Have you seen You Look a Little Hungry? Let's Have a Sandwich.
Good afternoon, D&D TikTok.
The Mushy Peas one? Yes, we watched that one. You had to have seen this, right? Yep, Boomer didn't edit into a Kurosawa film. Dude, there's so many edits of this.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Very good. Very good. I loved all the edits for this. It was so fun. It was so fucking fun, man. Missed opportunity to have movie night at Kurosawa's grave. Yeah, I mean, I just like streaming was so far from my mind. I was having so much fun. You know what's interesting is like I'm so work focused, and being in Japan had this really uncanny feeling where I was like, oh, I really enjoy something outside of work that's not going to the gym. And that was like a very new experience for me. Where I was like, wait a minute. And I was like, oh, this is kind of what I've been looking for. Klopsd and Falls God, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. What was your favorite meal in Japan? The curry we had. 5 incredible sumo wrestling moments. Most brutal. Fuck yeah. That is brutal. Is this American sumo?
Let's go! Come on!
Yeah. Those are big boys.
Who wants the trophy?
CNC Chris, thank you. Oh my God. When you're that big, that hurts.
Yama's the openweight champion.
When you're that big, that hurts. Sumo is so sick. He's half his size. There are no weight classes in sumo. You just fight who you fight. You just fight whoever you fucking fight.
Footwork of Chinokuni can sometimes be a bit...
Is that Tochinochin? No, it's not. Is it? Oh my God. Wait, that is Tochinochin.
No, he needs an Owashi grip, I think, Aoyama, if he's to get into this, but he's taken to the edge. He fights back, shows some strength.
Oh my God.
Amazing throw from the splits position, and he's injured himself. Oh, what an amazing throw.
Dude, he gave everything. Oh my God, he tore his quad, I bet.
Down here? No, he's staying.
That is incredible.
Aoyama first.
That is incredible.
Chinokuni, and he pulls the throw. He'll probably win by Skui Nage.
God, I would love to go to one of these.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Oh, he tore his belt off. Billy Ichiban, that's me, baby. Oh. Oh. Oof. Dude. I love sumo, but some of the rules surrounding the safety of the wrestlers are downright awful. I mean, yeah, man, it's like a 3,000-year-old sport that's completely unchanged. Do they go when one person puts both their fists down? No, the second person has to put both their fists down, and then you go. Final Fantasy 16 is so big in Japan and worldwide right now. For sure, 2023 Game of the Year contender. Will you play the full game? Yeah, I mean, I fully intend on playing the full game. When I got my hands on it early, and I knew right away. I was like, oh shit, this game is fucking good. Why haven't they made a sumo anime yet? That is a good question. They might have. If you haven't seen Sanctuary on Netflix yet, though, it's fucking good. They have? Oh, there you go. Did you know that PlayStation was originally made with Nintendo? I did know this, actually. There are a lot of good stories about those old fucking consoles. The old consoles will never hit as hard. Or the new consoles will never hit as hard as the old ones. You should have done this when you were in Japan. Let me see what this is. Oh, pool fighting? Yeah, I saw this clip. This is actually fucking crazy. It's so dumb, though. It's so dumb.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Sorry to interrupt. Will Billy Ichiban be making an appearance on Street Fighter 6?
I don't believe so. Oh my god, this is dumb. Oh my god, this is stupid. So stupid.
En nu de zwaarste.
Is this our guy? Konishiki. No, this is just a big old boy. You should do a tier list of dumb sports. Yeah, there's some good dumb sports right now. This would be a potentially multi-night react. Oh my god, massively long vid, but goes over decades of consoles.
Video games.
This is 5 hours.
From once being seen as a temporary fad to just toys for children or immoral corruptors of the youth.
A 5-hour
Today,
documentary.
industry-
Holy shit. Way off topic, but any updates on Piggy Smalls? No updates. I think that League of Pigs has kind of slowed down making content, unfortunately. But still a huge supporter of League of Pigs, and I hope they come back. Is this a Breaking Bad anime in the style of Baki the Grappler? Huh?
Wow. Wow.
Don't let shopping strain your brain, though. Just sing this short refrain, though. Here, sandwich. If you don't mind.
Yeah, why not?
with that broken piece of plate.
It's so Baki.
Here, sandwich. It's safe. There's no poison. I mean, no offense, but it'll make you another sandwich.
Dude, Baki's animation style is so insane. The other thing about Baki that's so funny is like characters will basically get up like destroyed, right? They'll get like ripped apart and then they'll show up in like the very next episode. Like they'll get their arm ripped off and they'll just like stitch it back on.
Whoa. Stay here a minute. What? Wow. What's wrong with Hank?
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Come on! Come on! Yes!
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Who's that? It's me.
So White?
Why are you here? Jesse. It's nice to see you. What? Come here.
Christ! What the hell is this?
You lost your partner today. What's his name? Emilio? This is his end.
What? Whoa, hey, that is bullshit. That is bullshit, Mr. White.
Oh, shit. Emilio is going to prison.
Look, I don't know what you think you're doing here, Mr. White.
You know
This is incredible.
And I know the chemistry. Maybe you and I could partner up. You and me. Either that, or you'll be dead.
Serious? Hey, screw you, man.
Honestly, I never expected you to amount to much, but... Jesse, you are too...
Yeah! Come on! Yes! Come on!
Jesse! Calm down.
What?
Jesse.
This is insane. This feels like multiverse shit.
I am the one who knocks. I gotta go. Oh, wait, yes. By the RV.
By the RB. It's so great that he just cuts lines out of the show. Good React content. Hitchhike across the U.S. with little cash.
Over the past few years, it seems like everything you see in the media is honestly kind of shitty. America especially can seem like a big, scary, divided place where everyone is wildly against each other.
Your life!
Liam and I wanted to challenge that perspective and see if two Canadian guys could survive completely off the kindness of strangers for 30 days, all the way across the United States. We're beginning the trip on the East Coast, in Boston. And before getting on the road, our Airbnb host, Ken, shared some of his concerns.
No matter how well your intention is, you still have to be realistic of there are going to be people that are going to want to take advantage of you and your vulnerability. So there are bad people out there, right?
Yeah, people in chat are saying what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, they're white dudes.
For the next 30 days.
There are going to be people who want to kill you.
not kill you, but
just
take
like
advantage of you. You think you have nothing, but there are people that have even much less than what you have on you right now. You know, if they think a camera, like that could be a meal for them for weeks.
100%.
This is going to be a psychology quiz, right? On humanity.
Most of the
people are good, but it's just so much negativity. It's just
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Yeah. How do you make it rise?
Like, that's the question we're trying to find.
All right, we might give this a try. I'm going to let this play for 2 seconds while I load up some dinner for myself. I haven't eaten. It'll take me 2 seconds. I just got to heat it up. I already pre-plated it. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
But yeah,
That's what's that.
Ken kindly offered to drive us to a nearby gas station, and with that, the trip was officially started.
Thank you very much. Good luck. Oh my God. Let the forces be with you. The good forces. All right, see ya. See you guys.
So now we got to establish the rules. Rule number 1, we can't spend any of our own money. All of the food that we get has to come from the kindness of strangers. So there's a Dunkin' Donuts right here, and we're gonna go in and ask somebody if they can buy us a meal. We're currently hitchhiking across America, so we have to do food, transportation, shelter, all from the kindness of strangers. We're wondering if there's any chance you could just like buy us like a muffin.
How about $5?
Yeah, that's totally great. Thank you. All right, we got our first one. This leads us to rule number 2. All transportation must come from the kindness of strangers. Can I ask you a quick question? We're hitchhiking across America. I'm wondering potentially if you'd be willing to give us a quick ride to South Station.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? No way.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So just get in the car? Let's go. And that leads us to the final rule. All shelter must come from the kindness of strangers. So every night of the trip, we have to ask people to let us sleep in their homes that night. And if we don't find a place, we sleep in the streets, which isn't ideal as all we have is a bag of clothes and our camera bag for the entire trip. But before we find a place to stay, we need to first make the 4-hour drive to New York City by tonight. And the fastest way we can do that is by getting 2 bus tickets.
My next one's 2 o'clock and it's $46.
$46.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
$96.
All right, it's gonna be done. You just have to ask literally everybody.
Yeah. Can I ask you guys a quick question? We're currently hitchhiking across America. This is the first day. We have to do food, shelter, and transportation from the kindness of strangers. We're wondering if potentially you'd be willing to help us try to get a train ticket.
I've done similar things, so.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Wow, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck, guys.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank
wow.
you.
60 now. We got 1 ticket. Why is it so quickly?
I don't have any cash on me. I Venmo you, but...
Yeah, no, it's all good. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
I got change for you guys.
Oh,
Are you serious?
Wow,
Thank you so much.
I think we're literally like a couple dollars right now.
Yeah, we're super close.
85, 90, 91, 92. We literally she got us to 92.
We're going to New York.
We're going to New York, baby. Let's go. With our tickets sorted out, we asked a stranger named Hans if he could help us out with some food, and he kindly bought us 2 slices of pizza.
Dude.
He got us 2 slices of pizza. This is like kind of turning out way too easy. I feel like there's got to be some challenges to come. As well as things were going, we still had our toughest challenge yet, finding a stranger to let us stay in their home in New York City. Try to find a place to stay tonight in New York with a stranger.
This is New York City. What I'm gonna do? Just trust 2 guys off the street?
Yeah. Yo, you're bugging.
New York. No one's gonna let you stay in their crib, bro.
No way.
You're sleeping on the street tonight, bro.
I think we should do the cardboard sign. Just hold it up.
It's a stretch, but let's do it.
Okay, where can we get some cardboard?
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Happy 9 months. Where's the child support, sir? Raised eyebrow.
Great. Good job, buddy.
You guys need a place to stay?
Yeah.
In Brooklyn, that's cool.
You have a place?
Yeah. Next my number. I meet a client, but call me around 10:30.
No way! I told you this would work.
That's crazy.
We got a place.
What? Yeah. If I were you.
All right, how are the Canadians doing?
Sleeping shifts. I'm being so serious. Bro. No, like, I'm being like really sincere right now.
Yeah.
Sleeping shifts.
Okay. Should we be worried? All these people have been like, watch your livers,
And the fact that our guy was like, no questions asked, oh, you need a place to stay?
wow, those are 2 fresh, clean livers that I can take.
I don't even have to convince them. They want to come to my house. He seemed nice. No, he seemed
The first episode is mid? Wait, there's multiple episodes of it?
But is that his whole thing?
Okay. Liam.
Brad.
Yeah. So you guys want to stay with me?
Yeah, that'd be great.
You guys don't have any food?
No.
I got you. We'll order some pizza.
Really?
Yeah. Does it cost to clean my house for like 5 minutes?
Yeah, of course. He's in there like lacing all the cups.
I have a question. This might not be for everyone, but I feel like people are really angry at these guys in chat. Why are y'all so angry? Begging is so easy, look. They're LARPing poverty. It's giving it so easy to be poor. Is that the point of this? I think the point was just a hitchhike, but is just cringy. It's giving bad vibes. Interesting. Well, I don't fucking know.
I'm a stud.
Now this seems
I'm
like something I'd be
ballsy.
into.
Hundreds of illegal oil refining labs
Hey Will,
are
just
fueling the
wanted to
cocaine trade
recommend
in
Jacob
Colombia.
Geller's newest video,
And a
Games That
special
Aren't
police
Games.
force
I
is
think you
hunting
might
them down
really like it.
Games that aren't games?
and destroying them one by one.
Holy fuck.
The labs are run by locals who steal crude oil from a nearby pipeline and turn it into gasoline.
Your chat is becoming too much like a Assange chat. Listen, I don't think it was giving off all that shit. But I also don't think it's particularly interesting, if I'm being honest. I don't think their intention was to LARP. I think their intention is to show the goodness in people. And the fact of the matter is, it's probably easier to get a ride out of town and grab a slice of pizza in New York than it is to try and survive for real, for real. I agree with that. Right? If you're just trying to move around the country with no destination and scalp some meals, it is what it is. You can probably do that, but I understand why people are mad, because it also shows this light on like homelessness and poverty that isn't realistic. Okay, so I am filming late tomorrow night. So I might do film night early in the day. I'll tweet about it. So just let me know. Let me know. I'll let you know. Sorry, my brain. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I appreciate y'all. Stay dangerous. I'll be seeing you soon. And have a wonderful evening. Oh, Yuta is live? Oh, fuck. I kind of got to raid Yuta. I'm going to send you over to Yuta.